All right, give me a levels test 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2. I see your pre-show.
Yeah, like if you refresh, it should be on the actual art now. And it looks
No,
like
I know.
our levels are pretty close to one another. So that's good.
It's a good-looking cityscape.
Oh, thank you. It'll look even better when it's got more shadows and light and highlights and cool little things on it. And that is the task of tonight.
Can't get enough shadows.
Well, I mean, you can, but we are not there yet. Hey, good evening, folks. Grim Kimson, just having a good day. I actually feel really relaxed the fact that I'm sitting down to, lo and behold, do some art, because I've just been working on Artvember promos and like Black Friday sale prep work and all kinds of stuff for the, like, I think it's been literally 2 days I've been just doing business stuff.
They're proud that you feel great.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Maybe they're making you feel great. And they should be proud about that.
Yeah, if there's anyone out there using magic spells to give me energy, thank you. I will use it.
Maybe a potion.
I will use it to make stuff.
Yeah, so you have been doing a whole bunch of like advertising and like graphic design.
Yeah, I'll just pull up one of them because I've got them right here because I've been doing them so much. I've been doing Artvember promos, which is our Patreon push during the month of November. For new people, if you're going into the high resolution tier, we're actually chopping that in half during November, so you get to, if you're joining at the high resolution tier, it's a pretty good deal, $2.50, and you get access to all of the downloads. And during Artvember, there's going to be a ton of downloads because we're pulling back some favorite art pieces, a couple of new ones, and just lining up all of them. Some of them have variants. They've all got Clip Studio files or Photoshop files, and some of them have animation, and there's 4K desktops. So tons and tons and tons of high resolution rewards.
So basically, if you missed one of the high-res downloads from earlier this year, some of the more popular ones will be back.
Yep, some of the more popular ones will be back. And also, the Art Attack tier, we're beefing that up during November too. Usually, if you're in the Art Attack tier, you'll get 2 signed art prints for every month, but during Artvember, you're going to get, I think it's 7, because we didn't count right. We're supposed to make it 5 total, but then we forgot to factor in that you're also going to get Sketch of the Month, and probably the fan art for November. And so we just, we picked out a lot of art prints. You're going to get a lot of art prints. If you're at the Art Attack tier, you're getting 7 signed art prints for, I think it's $20 with free shipping. So big art push, and it's like, well, if we're doing all this stuff for Artvember, part of running a good business is you do have to advertise. I will say I actually kind of like the graphic design that I did for Artvember on these little ad templates. I just think it looks a lot more snazzy. I'll show you the last year's Artvember was okay. It's not like terrible, but I don't like it as much. I think I've got a sample from last year. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different color scheme. Color scheme's fine, but I just like the new one better. It looks much more vivid, much more in tune with like the branding of the overall company.
That's cool. Today is Allie's birthday.
Oh hey, happy birthday, Allie.
Oh yeah, look at how crowded that was. Last year you were kind of...
Yeah, well, most of them didn't have all that stuff crowded in. Most of it was just the picture, but even the header logo this year's I think is way cooler. I'm much more happy with it.
Good job. Somebody says Scudler for the win. Finally.
Gotta have
the Underlord is
skulls.
getting his appreciation. Nobody likes the Underlord but us. So.
Oh, I'm sure there's
We
gonna
have fun
be
with
an Underlord appreciation cult. They're just ashamed to admit it to the other readers. No one wants to be like, yeah, I love the Underlord. Like suddenly if you say that in a public setting, you're the weird one in the room. So people they kind of keep their Underlord love to themselves, I think.
They don't post their Underlord porn.
No, they
What's
don't.
under those robes?
There's probably more Underlord porn than any other character, but they're just like, I can't post this. People will know I like him. They can't know that I like him.
Did the stream just go mute? I don't know.
On my end, it looks like the audio should still be going out. So, you guys, if you are in the chat and you can hear us, just like type yes really quick.
Oh.
And
Corbin's having a choppy connection on his end. Maybe it's your internet.
Possibly.
If you
Connection
miss it, it's on YouTube.
connection looks good on our end. So if you guys are having choppy internet, it's possible it's something local to you, or maybe there's something downstream of us. I don't know.
Everybody else is okay.
All right, good deal.
They say amazing work.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is before all of the lighting and shading goes on completely, but we got it drawn. We actually drew this one years ago, but now it's time to finish it and get it in the lore book for our tabletop roleplay game that's coming out. Which means I get to color.
We have a second vote for the Underlord. But they say he's good for punching, which is pretty true.
I think that's fair. I think it's fair to say he's good for punching.
I think he would take that as a compliment.
He takes kind of anything he can get as a compliment. I think it's just if someone says
I know.
anything regarding him, he'll interpret it as a compliment.
Estimate time of arrival in the lore book. Nope. This is in the lore book, and we're just trucking.
Not yet, but I can get you an estimated time of arrival on this particular illustration being done. Possibly by the end of tonight, or maybe middle of tomorrow at the very latest.
Triangular buildings near the castle and the fort look like big slices of cake.
Oh, I like cake buildings.
Oh, hey, what are those? Those wedges that go around near the river.
The big sort of like cedar, almost like Viking-looking houses.
Yeah, there's like 4 of them, and they curve a little bit. By the river, middle left.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what those are?
I don't have total knowledge, but it's sort of shaping up as I go, and I think that the one on the right side of the river, those are like sort of little open air garden monasteries, and I feel like the side on the left is kind of the opposite of that. So I feel like they're opposing religious monastic systems, and there's like pro-sealing and anti-sealing, and they have to be on opposite sides of the river because they don't get along. Some pretty big theological differences there.
I am pro-sealing when it rains, but anti-sealing when it's sunny, and that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I think in my mind that's what this little river rivalry is all about.
Cool. Well, I'm glad they have a river to separate them.
Yeah, fortunately, if they were on the same side of the river, stuff could get pretty intense pretty fast.
Oh, Civil War. All right. So have you ever heard or read the Sandman comic by Neil Gaiman?
No, I've heard of it though.
I had a friend in college, a roommate who was like really into it, but she was it was like a pretentious thing, and I'm not really sure what she liked about it. I think she just liked that it was famous.
Well, sometimes that happens. Sometimes stuff will be famous for being famous. What is this conservatory layer on? There we go.
I gave you a glass layer.
Yeah, you did. But I just have to subtract this from the water selection layer. Pew, pew, there we go.
If you could live in Andaruna, Dave, where would you live?
Oh, in Andaruna?
Yeah, if you had to be in Andaruna.
I don't know, where's the quietest? Maybe somewhere in the Ruskell district where they've got some nice craggy mountainous areas, so it's hard for people to come and bother you. That'd be nice. Here's my little selection HUD. I'm used to having that around. Did I accidentally...
Did you lose it? Are there 2 summer camps on the different sides of the river with intense rivalry? I think they just throw things at each other.
If they get within earshot, though, they'll have insult contests. It's very ugly.
Yeah, but the people with the roofs can't hear them. They just go inside.
There we go. Yeah, somehow I clicked it off in the menu setting. I was having trouble being like, how do I deselect? How? There we go.
So I have heard, sir, that I don't have anything to color because it's got a lot of drawing to do.
Yeah, I've got a lot of drawing to do, and your coloring pipeline is empty because I've had to like jump on business stuff the last couple days, and you got all the coloring stuff colored up, even the
Yeah,
Kill Gear
well,
references.
No. Actually, I haven't done those.
Oh well, then I guess you're not done with all your work yet.
I've been working on my November chores, and you know it. You saw me.
Yeah, but
I've got
this
a
is my
deadline.
chance to yell at you and make loud noises and be like, actually, the thing that you said is not the thing that is right. I am validated. I feel good now. Like, it was my chance to do that.
Oh, I hope the chat feels proud, making you feel validated and good.
I'm sure that they're very impressed by how big of a man I am because I can yell at you over whether or not you've colored cartoons in.
Do Dreamkeepers have any sort of aerial vehicles besides flying Dreamkeepers? I don't think they have flying any vehicles.
I would say in the entire Dream world, it's not. I wouldn't rule it out for like fan fiction or something. But in terms of in Andaruna, they don't really have anything that can fly around.
Yeah, in our story, there isn't a flying vehicle.
Yeah, mainly because also Andaruna has sort of a unique development where it's just this city, and they got the aqueduct system that worked pretty good for moving stuff around in the city. They're not really allowed to go too far outside the city, so the need to traverse extremely large distances just wasn't really a thing for them. So that was part of the dynamic at play in terms of like what technology did they develop, and they didn't develop a whole lot of transportation technology. Like they got ships, but they have when it comes to like running around the town, it's basically the aqueduct system, boating, carts, and the carts are pulled by animals.
I have heard that the Prelude Lilithanama item got picked for Sketch of the Month in November. I think it's the in Tower Hot Chocolate Snow.
Voting should be in by now. Actually, if you're able to go and like check.
I am.
Then you could tell me.
Wait a minute.
And look at my
Yeah,
reaction live on stream. Stream reaction. What was your selected Sketch of the Month and November fan art?
Oh look, I heard it was that one. I thought it was in the lead. Okay, I'll do that. But is the circular indented area surrounded by columns for public announcements or performances? Quick, Dave, make something up. Sounds smart.
It's for public spankings. No, not that. I have to think harder.
Will tinsel be there?
Not that kind of spankings, like corporal punishment. But I'm getting kind of like Theophanes vibes from this. I know it's sort of like a mishmash of the different Andruna architectural styles, but so I would say this is probably sort of it's an amphitheater. So I think that there's people that give presentations. I think they would do stage plays and various things down there, and then also occasionally, like once a week, they'd be whatever this big cathedral with the triumphal arches. That's probably where they do their sermons. Oh, that's what they should do in the middle of this thing. Competitive sermons. Like a sporting event. That's actually good.
That's terrible.
What's terrible about that? What would make a sermon more interesting rather than like seeing if the guy giving the sermon could also lose? Suddenly we've upped the stakes. I think you can also search poll. It might come up faster. I mean, these are flying buttresses, so this foreground one actually isn't flush to that structure behind it.
Oh, Dave, you got a tie.
A tie? Oh, and then we're gonna...
I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
No? No tie?
There's a tie on the second place.
Oh, you gotta tell me what was tied for second place now. I'm curious.
Okay. Prelude Lilithanama hot chocolate snow was very popular.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they didn't say snow, but I've heard we're doing animated snow.
I think that we could put some animated snow in there. That seems like very doable.
If you have hot chocolate, you need snow. They have to be looking at something.
I've got an old snow animation cycle that I used in some older preludes. that I could pull out, but I also have a particle animation that I did in Blender that I think could be adapted to snow that might look better. So I might dig that up too and see if I can reuse that.
Okay. The second places are tied. The alternate universe pick of Checker and Stiletto with Troika members.
Oh yeah, the Tecro Stiletto's Troika members one. I really like that idea a lot. I've been wanting to do that, but it hasn't won yet, and I've been too busy to just like unilaterally do it.
I know. And then the tie was a silk and Volstagg dressed as Jessica and Roger Rabbit.
Oh, the Silk Volstagg one was a really fun idea. I know technically that was in the fan art category. I guess kind of by mistake, because it's more of a sketch of the month thing, but we just were like, well, this is more of a sketch of the month thing. We'll just shift categories.
If it has Dreamkeepers, it's sketch of the month.
Yeah, if it has like if it features Dreamkeeper characters, it's sketch of the month. And then if it's just a straight up, we're doing fan art of some other thing that's not us, then it's in the fan art.
Okay. The fan art was a definite lead in the Charlie and Baggy or Vaggie from Hasbin Hotel.
Charlie and Vaggie from Hasbin Hotel. Okay.
So we gotta be doing some research. I've seen I've seen fan art, but we have to do a deep dive on the actual characters.
Yeah. Well, usually the like the Hasbin Hotel, Hell of a Boss type of stuff usually seems to go over pretty well. People like it.
Yep, I disconnected because I was sitting in the same room as him, and we get a big echo.
Yeah, if she hadn't disconnected, it would have been like we're in a hall of mirrors, except the auditory version.
All right. There's a lot going on here. Okay, how does dreaming work for humans in this world?
Actually, the way that dreaming works in the dream world is we kind of just like say that, oh, we don't have characters dreaming in the dream world. So when they sleep, they just sleep and they don't really like think about dreams. They don't have like visions at night or anything like that. If people are doing, fan fiction or whatever, and if they want to like have, oh, my character had an amazing dream, it's like, I don't want to jump in and tell people how to do their fan fiction. But whenever we do anything like canonically in the storyline, we always avoid doing any writing that might involve characters having a dream, because otherwise it turns into like, oh, well, if our dream keepers are there, do the dream keepers have dream keepers, and the dream keepers of the dream keepers have dream keepers, and what about the dream keepers of the dream keepers of the dream keepers? It sort of turns into dream keepers inception and starts to get distracting from the actual immersive experience of being involved in the story with the characters, and turns into I don't know, just sort of more trivial technicalities that I think are distracting from the story. So for that reason, we just say, oh, they don't really have dreams. They don't even think about it because it's something that they wouldn't be familiar with.
Okay, so they decided that this is the red light district because of your religion. And the spanking.
Yeah, if they have
funny.
competitive public corporal punishment and competing sermons, sure.
Yeah, so would the two competitors be preaching the same religion or different theologies?
It depends on which event you signed up for. There's different leagues and like weight class rules and stuff like that, I think.
Oh, man. That sounds very dumb.
No, it's very awesome. There's also a division where you can have the Holy Book as reference, and there's a division where you can't have it. And especially if you can't have it, and you misquote it or get like a reference number wrong, there's going to be a referee that'll like throw a flag on the play, and you'll be penalized for being wrong about your references.
I'm glad you know this. That sounds like a very important activity.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday in the Theophany's Grand Arena.
Alright, should we tell them the story of Little Bear? Because I found that, and that excites me.
You want to tell the story of Little Bear?
We will tell the story of Little Bear Jim.
How did we even get on the topic of Little Bear? Is it because I was doing all the Art Vember logo stuff? That's how we got on the topic.
It was logos.
Yeah, because I was talking about like I actually think the Art Vember logos came out pretty nice. I think, and then you were like, yeah, you're pretty good at logo design, even when it's terrible. You know what the customer wants. And then we remembered something from way back in my freelancing days.
Oh, is there a division where they just beat each other with books? Oh, heck yeah. There has to be. I think you're definitely throwing books over there.
Yeah, I think you got to mix in a little bit of not every event, but some of the competitive tournament events need a little bit of a physical element just to add interest.
It's definitely got to be a book beating.
Sort of like chess boxing. Like if you see a couple of guys playing chess, it's like, okay, that's fun. You see a couple guys boxing, it's like, okay, they're boxing, I get it. But chess boxing, that's the sport of nerdy Peter Parkers, apparently.
Okay, so tell the story, and I have your pictures ready to put them in the image here.
I just remember I forgot that it was a logo competition and that everyone else then hated me for winning.
Yeah, I know, as usual. But no, let's explain the story. The story is that we were in the computer lab at art school back in 2005, and there was suddenly a flyer from the Little Bird Gym saying that there was a logo contest, and the winner would either win $50 or $20. I'm going to say it was probably 20. And what they wanted you to do was they wanted you to take this photo of the bear that they loved and then make them a logo for Little Bear Golf and Gym. And then they would decide which logo was the winner, and then they'd give you the money.
Yeah, and I remember distinctly the instructions were like, oh, something along the lines of a bear like in this photo, and then do a logo for our gym. And the winner will get $20. And of course, back in those days in college, we were like, holy shit, $20. That is 20 sprites. That's big money. We got to get this. So
all right. So show I have this saved everywhere on my folders. Show the bear.
Oh, hold on, you sent it to me.
It's in your Telegram. I have all of them.
It's a super tiny photo, but I can still show it. Okay.
I know. It's the best one I have. I don't know if you can blow it up, but look at the idea of this bear. So this is the bear when you put it in.
Hold on, it's inside the layer mask. I gotta move this little bear to the top of the stack. There we go. This is beautiful. This is what they want. This is what they liked.
Got it? I can't tell.
Yeah. There. That's it. That's the photo. Like, yeah, a little bear like along these lines, and then make the logo be for like Little Bear Gym and Golf Course.
Yeah, so they love this photo. This is their favorite photo. I'm not sure they own the copyright to this photo, but who are we to say? I bet they don't. Yeah, that's their bear. And they're like, we love that expression. That screams gym and golf. Clearly. That's the bear.
So everyone that wants $20, which is everyone in college in Ohio, art college in Ohio, you can imagine. So everyone is like, oh, we got to get this $20. So I guess everyone's making logos. Now, see, I didn't even remember that it was a contest at all. The only thing I remember is formulating many drafts of this logo, and then based on feedback from the customer, just changing it until I was able to psychically figure out what they wanted.
Well, the reason I know it was a contest was because when I was walking through the lab, I kept on seeing people with different versions of the bears on their computer, and they were all working on a different bear image.
Suckers. Well,
and I would ask them, oh, is this for the Little Bear thing? And they'd be like, oh yeah, but they say it's not good enough.
Yeah, that was
so
they were
trying to do a cartoon bear.
First of all,
stylized bear.
Let's award Little Bear Golf and Gym for the absolute balls to exploit college students in this way and get a fucking $20 logo. That's pretty impressive, guys. Like, if you're still around, if you're listening, Little Bear, Gym and Golf, bravo. You figured out how to exploit a bunch of college kids for 20 and get a logo for $20. That's not nothing. But all these college kids were, I guess, getting feedback from Little Bear because they were getting all this free logo submissions, and they were like, this isn't quite it. No, this isn't quite good enough. You see, this one isn't quite. It doesn't have that Little Bear flavor that we're really going for. And so, based on their feedback, my illustrations started to get closer and closer to the photo until finally I just rasterized the photo, or posterized it, if you know what I mean. And they were like, oh, this is so close. This is so close to what we want, but, we just want something that's actually a little more like the photo. And that's when I realized, oh my god, these people just want literally the photo with text on it. That's all they actually want. I'm not even sure if they know this, but they just want the photo with text slapped onto it. So
Okay, so show them what you gave them, which is the bear with both paws to the right.
Mm-hmm.
I got that saved.
Oh
So
yeah,
this is
I'm
what
getting
you
it. This
ended
is
up sending
beautiful.
them.
So, drum roll please. 2000 and what 5 era
It was 2005
David
era.
Lilly logo design. 2004
Oh,
2005.
you could do so much better. You were so disgusted. Actually, what happened, if you can show it, was when they said to everybody else, "No, we have our winner. This is the winner." Everyone was so pissed at you, Dave.
That was yeah, I didn't even realize people were pissed at me. I was just oblivious. I was just trying to make the logo that the customer would like, and then I would get the $20 and then I would be happy. Other people were not really on my radar. That's the thing, is I win contests and then I make enemies and I don't even know it.
Oh, I know.
Sometimes until
We
years
figured it out
later.
later.
And it's like, wait a minute. I think I really destroyed a friendship by winning that contest. Oops, I had no idea.
Okay, so anyway, they love this. They love this ugly shit. Which, by the way, those bear bells are not yours. Those are stolen. So, but we don't need to talk about that. Anyway, but they loved it so much that they were like, "Okay, this is great. Could you do another one? We'll pay you for it, where the arms are spread out." So show them that one.
Oh yeah, they were apparently so wild about it that actually I'm wondering if this is the initial version of the logo, maybe. Cuz this one is actually rasterized or posterized. Let me show you.
It seems it seems weird to me that you
Ta-da.
would move the arms. No, I feel like you would have just totally taken the bear with the tree to the right, and then they wanted the arms moved to make it worse, if that was even possible.
No, I remember now. I'm seeing this and it's bringing back memories.
Oh god.
Initially, the effort on the left was the first try. And I tried to be creative, and they were like, yeah, we want this bear, but he's lifting weights. So I was like, okay, well, you don't like any of the drawings, so I'm just going to rasterize this photo, posterize it, and then make the bear lifting weights. And they're like, oh, that's close, but, one of his arms looks different from the photo. And that's when I realized, oh, they just want straight up the photo. Like, nothing changed
Oh,
at
you're
all.
right. I didn't see this was the rasterized. This was the rasterized one.
So then I was like, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna even do a solid. I'm gonna put an oval back here, a bonus oval. They're gonna get an oval for absolutely free that they didn't even ask for, because I know ovals. That's what you do for a logo. And yeah, so they were like, this is close, and then they were like, chef's kiss, you've done it.
Okay. And then they loved all of this so much. They were like, "This is great. Can you have him bench pressing?"
Yeah, they
And
were.
you were like, "Yes, I can."
They were wild about it. They're like, you get our artistic vision perfectly. This is exactly what we had in mind. Can you
You're a
please do a
master.
variation of this where the bear is bench pressing? We want some variety in terms, so people know that they can do a lot of different things. And I knew it's like, okay, well, they want this photo exactly. They want him laying down and bench pressing, I guess. So fuck it. Here he is. He's bench pressing. Do you guys like this? And they loved it.
They ate it up. And again, I think you Googled the bench press to get that.
Yeah, that looks like I was just Googling it. I don't think I illustrated that bench press. I was just like, $20, 20 sprites. This is 20.
That's $20.
Here's $20 worth of logo design for you. And
I love how shitty your Times New Roman is at the angle.
you can see the evolution of the Little Bear Health and Fitness Center logo here.
He has the same face of what are you doing to me?
Yeah, the bear. This actual bear, when he was getting photographed, he had some premonition. He's like, "What the? Am I gonna be like immortalized, looking really freaking confused? Like, is this gonna be me forever? Did you just capture my soul and put it into a little device, and now I'm just gonna be mocked and made to lift weights for all eternity, like Sisyphus or some shit?" And the answer is
Somebody says they can make that in AI, and I'm like, no, I don't think you could. That's obviously a Photoshop job to remove that background.
this is too sophisticated for AI. AI is not quite up to this speed yet, I don't think.
Yeah. So, but that is a lesson in freelance, that the customer is always right, and that you have to make the ugliest thing ever for them and just grin and bear it.
Well, that's grin and bear it, but
And that logo and graphic design is hell in the industry.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't even call that the industry. The type of contract work that was coming into the Columbus College of Art and Design. That's not really what I would call quote unquote industry. That's like some boomers that want something for free or for like $10. But yeah, that still though, after that, and then once I got out of college and continued doing freelance, I did gradually realize it's like, oh, as a freelancer, my job is not to make anything look good. Ever. That's not my job. My job is not to make anything look good. My job is to figure
Your
out how
your
to.
job is to make your job is to make the customer think they're in control and be the artist.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is I realized the customer has to be in control because every time I did something good for a client, they'd be like, "Oh, you know, this is pretty nice, except what if my fingerprint was on it? Isn't that better?" And it would be like, "No, this is absolutely making it worse completely. But you're the customer, so I need to do this so that you think that you're clever and participating." And so I realized eventually it's like people can't even tell what's good. They don't even want what's good. They just want to be kind of pampered and flattered and feel important. And that's my job as a freelancer, is to just waste my talent sort of fluffing up the customer's ego, because that's actually what they're there for. They're not actually there for anything else. And that is
That's
about the
very
time I
little
started to
bit.
really not like freelance, because I was like, I really, really like to make stuff that I think looks good, and the customer is a direct impediment to that. In like the freelance market for like logo design and even like commercial character animation and all this stuff. So that's when I was really like, you know what if I want to do my stuff. I want to do Dreamkeepers. So what if I just got a job so I could pay bills and eat food, and then, you know, I'll do Dreamkeeper, do whatever I want for art. I'll do whatever I want because I have a job taking care of the bills. How about that? And that is what we did.
Yep, I know. All right, they want Little Bear and Dream Keepers now. Let them in the background.
I mean, do you guys really? Do you know what you're asking for exactly? This is him. This is Little Bear. you don't want Little Bear and Dreamkeepers. He was never supposed to come back.
Oh, Mamo is letting us know that it's only November, but it's very chilly, but he was able to afford some thermal clothing because their heat keeps going out, and he's moved to a warmer place.
Oh, nice. I'm glad. Like, I'm glad you were able to get some thermal clothing, and
I was worried about the weather and the heat and everything going on there. That's nuts.
yeah, well, it seems like the countries messing around with each other are targeting infrastructure and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm glad you have the ability to stay warm, and I'm especially grateful if we were able to facilitate the readers, you know, being kind of awesome and helping support you with some donations.
We think your religion and Dreamkeepers is very Monty Python.
Very Monty Python. I'll take that as a compliment.
They love Little Bear. I knew they would.
The pinnacle of my logo design career.
No, you've done so much better. That's embarrassing. That's shameful.
I don't know. If you look at customer satisfaction, that is the pinnacle of my logo design career. That was a very satisfied customer.
What happened to the $20?
I probably got it, and I probably I saved it because I was all about scrimping pennies because I knew when I was in college.
Probably went to rent.
No, that's why I was saving. Is because when I was in college, rent was covered because I applied to and got a job as a resident advisor. So because of that, it supported me on the meal plan, and it took care of room and board. And that meant that I only had to get like one part-time job at a time when I was going through college to like get through it. So since I didn't really have a lot of rent expenditures or food expenditures, anytime I did make a little bit of money like that, I just squirreled it away because I was like, well, eventually when I get out of college, I will have no more room and board, so I need to have money so I don't die.
Little Bear was thinking of you. You have been blessed by the Little Bear.
Little Bear gave his first little contribution to fledgling David in his art career.
Fought for that. Little Bear golf money. We were laughing. I don't know if that exists anymore. I don't even know where their location
I'm kind of
was.
curious now. I would love it if we're like, do they still exist? If we went over there, drove down to visit them, and then we see like that atrocious, god awful logo on a massive billboard out front, and I'd be like, oh no, I defaced their building forever. Look at what I did. Like the art gods will punish me for the Little Bear logo.
Mamo has some window problems and some wall stuff.
Oh.
That's terrible. Maybe they know where you are. It's a good idea to move and throw them off the trail.
Yeah, it sucks your window's getting broken.
Oh, this is when the goblining began, but these days it's arts that Dave squirrels away. He's always been an art goblin.
You say that, but I never was called a goblin until like the last year, and suddenly it's become trendy to accuse me of being a goblin. What was I before then? An art leprechaun?
You just hid in your room and worked on your computer making geckos. I don't know what you're doing.
I did. It was my senior thesis. Well, I figured out in college is like the only way to get any project done is to hide from other people and do it. Because if I try to do something with other people, every single part that is done by them will actually not be done at all, and then nothing will happen. So to actually make a senior thesis, I had to just squirrel myself away and go to town animating geckos.
Mamo, we got your message on the official site, and we're trying to work out shipping to Ukraine because there are some issues and some tech issues popped up, but we're working on it. Also, note that the pins have not come in yet, so we're doing pre-orders on them, and they'll ship later, so there's a big delay.
Yeah.
It'll be weeks.
Although, how long does it take them to stock? Because I believe the pins have officially arrived at the fulfillment center. It just takes them like what, a week or two to put them in the inventory.
It's a week and a half.
Week
and a half.
Okay.
I watched them. That takes a week and a half for it to load, and it's in on Thursday. So
I ordered them like a zillion years ago. I thought they'd be here before Halloween, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. When King Arthur's court convened and Merlin first crawled from neath the dungeon to advise him, 'twas then I ordered the Halloween pins. The year of our Lord, 1296. I don't know when the King Arthur stuff supposedly happens. 1296.
Dave.
Yeah.
They updated the Little Bear Golf Club.
Oh, it's still around?
That's not your bear.
Excuse me? It's not.
That's not your bear.
I gave them exactly what they asked for. I gave them exactly what they wanted. And they went with someone else's logo now? A mere, 25 years later?
It's 20 years later.
20 years later, they changed? They just change? What's wrong with mine? Should have been a timeless classic. Timeless means you don't just change it after a measly 2 decades. It's good forever.
This is like Cracker Barrel.
It's like Cracker.
But
like
we got a city, so now we can call them. You should call and complain about their logo. Tell them that doesn't look like the bear.
How funny?
But it's very close.
How funny would it be if I like mailed them a letter, like being all snarky, like, "Well, you're just gonna change my logo? Well, fine then. I guess if you don't think my work is good enough, you can have this back." And then I have like a check for $20 in there. Like I'm so angry that they changed the logo. Then I'm like, "Take your dirty money then if I'm not good enough for you." I think that'd be pretty funny. Maybe I might be the only person that thinks that's funny. Yeah, so you say their new logo is like Cracker Barrel. You understand that there's now a range of possibilities that could encompass based on which...
No, there's a link in the chat. It's like Cracker Barrel colors. It's stylized.
Oh, let me click that link without thinking twice.
It's the big link. Yeah.
Yes, continue. A little bit... Oh, that is so much like Cracker Barrel. They have the same pose. But they did posterize it. They finally posterized it completely. Now it's just like a vector cutout.
Maybe they realized they couldn't do anything with that and it looked terrible. I don't know what they decided.
Hold on, let me...
Maybe somebody was like, "You don't own that photo, idiot."
Yeah, somebody might have been like, "Did you take that photo?" And they were like, "No." And they're like, "Well, then it's not your photo." And they're like, "Well, it's okay. We had an artist put an oval behind it." And they're like, "It's still not yours. That doesn't do it. It's still, you can't just put an oval behind it, bro." All right. Let's see what they've come up with. Ta-da!
What?
It's a Little Bear Golf Club. What about the fitness center? How are people gonna know that it's also a fitness center? That's just not even listed?
Maybe it's not a fitness center anymore.
People are just gonna be confused.
Maybe they had to get rid of the barbells because it's not a fitness center.
If I walk
Maybe
into
it's
this
only a
place, I'm just walking in there thinking time for my golf club, and then I'm gonna see like a fitness center. I'm just gonna be whoa. I thought this was a golf club. What's all this? I'm confused. That would be me going into their club.
Yeah, I don't know where Hazen is. They're asking. He just comes and goes. I have no idea where he
He
is.
moves in mysterious ways. I can't really account for those ways. Maybe he's at the Little Bear Fitness Club and Golf Center right now.
I knew it was Ohio. That is so Ohio.
Yeah. I do like that they took, like, I think that's exactly the Cracker Barrel colors. In fact, now I'm curious. I want to, like, actually pull up a swatch of the Cracker Barrel logo. And I want to see if the colors match, like, precisely, because that would be really funny if they do.
No, if you say something looks like crap around here, we know exactly what logo you're talking about. That's
Crapper
Little
Barrel?
Bear. Crapper Barrel. No, it's Little Bear. Little Bear logo.
I want to start a porta potty company and call it Crapper Barrel.
See if they sue you for that.
No, Cracker Barrel can't sue me.
is-
It's different. It's a completely different company. Different service. There should not be any confusion about which trademark is valid. All right. Little Bear Golf Club that stole my logo's lofty position. Let's see how much of this... No, I don't even have to pull the swatcher out. They do have different colors.
Okay, it's very close though.
You
Same
win
kind of.
this round a little bit. I need to find out the name of the artist that made this new logo so I know who my arch rival is. I've been dethroned. I've finally been dethroned from my little bear crown.
Mamo, you won the AI contest in the comic category. Yeah, you would have won, but we moved you over so somebody else could also get a prize because you were hogging it.
Hugging all the winning. Win.
I want to see the V pin with the tail that moves because that hasn't come in yet
Yeah,
at all. I don't
That's-
think it's been made yet. It's in the future.
that's not the current batch, but it is going to be in the next batch. But what I like to
I
do
have-
is I like
yeah.
to get the current batch in and then make sure they actually came in and there's no problems. And then order the next batch. So it's not like, wait a minute, this company just turned into a pile of goo and I just gave them money for the next batch. Oh no. I got this shrewd attitude like, let's see you deliver on this latest set of pins. And then I'll decide if I'm going to give you more of my business. Yes, I'll decide later. That's kind of my approach to life. People love it. Buildings. Ambient occlusion lighting. Does it get any better than this?
Oh, they say how they love how you do the flow of the story and character interactions.
Oh, thank
Do
you.
you ever get stuck on second guessing choices? They would get choice paralysis too easily. I think the thing is that we know where the story is going, so we just need the characters to interact naturally.
Yeah, I don't really... Like, the thing is, we do constantly rethink things as we go, but the more times we rewrite the overall story structure, the more solid and, like, kind of pegged in it's getting. Like, the first few drafts of the story are, like, really radically different from one another. It was all, like, kind of swinging around, and we weren't quite sure exactly where it would land. And then things clicked into where they were supposed to be, like, you can kind of feel it. And so then, at that point, it was just, like, the changes became more and more fine-grained until now it's at the point where everything is basically locked in, and we just have to, you know, get like a good script for the various graphic novels, and then after the stuff is scripted and thumbnailed and we're drawing it, we'll still even sort of like continue to examine it as we go. Sometimes we will change the wording and the dialogue, like even up till like the point where we're shading the
the last
comic and
minute.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. We do a last minute pass in. It's a lot. There could be last minute changes before it goes to print.
But it's kind of like, once we've covered some territory, we sort of, like, that territory is pretty solid and we feel good about it. And we don't, I think the reason I don't have to second guess it too much is because we know the overall structure that it is feeding into. So we don't have, so we're never, like, worried, like, where is this going? Is this going in the right place? We know where it's going. So we know that it's working. And it's just sort of a question of, like, how do we want to get there? And then we kind of, like, refine the story stuff as we go.
They say that they just finished reading Descent into the Archives, and it's amazing and their second favorite so far.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I am glad you are enjoying reading the books. That means a lot to hear because we work, very hard to try to make them memorable and fun and exciting. I don't know. We try to make it like a good combination of entertaining, but also there's some substance there that hopefully makes it like a rewarding enough experience that people kind of feel like they got something out of it. So it's not just like, hey, we jingled keys and distracted you for, a couple of hours. The end. You'll never remember this again. Hopefully it's like, oh, this was entertaining. The keys were successfully jingling, but now I feel like I actually got something out of it. I feel a little bit like that was a cool experience.
They say they love the sunset background you're working on.
Oh, thanks. When I initially made the drawing, I didn't even know exactly what the lighting setup was going to be, but we've done some illustrations already around Andoruna that are kind of like generally daylight, and
I've seen a lot of blue sky, and it's not always like that.
Yeah, so there's already a few daylight blue sky illustrations, which is nice. But then it's like, well, it's not always noon, so let's do something that's a little more twilight, sunset kind of a time of day. Give it a bit of a different vibe.
Oh, they're saying it's a really good concept and your artwork is amazing.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's very kind of you to say, and we're always trying to continue, finding little ways to improve as we go. I do think, people can, of course, note, there's been a lot of development in the style from the beginning of Volume 1 through to, Volumes 4 and 5 and stuff, and I don't know, I think that's fun. You want the series to be kind of consistent to a degree, but I also want to let my style sort of breathe and evolve a little bit. So I think we're striking a pretty good balance. If the style just shifted right in the middle of one chapter, that might be a little weird, but the fact that it's sort of a very gradual growth over a few graphic novels, I think makes it feel a little more organic. I just heard a blonking sound. Stream, are you still streaming? Yeah, I think we're still streaming. All right, Liz, say something just to make sure that
I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
All right, the thing, it's the feeling like you got a hold of the keys at the end that lets you know it was a good story and not a waste of time. Oh, okay. I think that's about us.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know.
Well, we will try to continue doing a good job with the story, definitely. We're in the midst of Volume 6 now, and also we want to make sure that we kind of bring the same vibe to the games that we're putting out for Dreamkeepers as well, just to make the whole franchise hopefully a very rewarding experience.
But right now you have to put shadows on buildings.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh. They say they read all 5 volumes of the Prelude books and they think there are more details in the story with clues as to what the Mad King is planning. Oh, are you a Mad King? I thought you were a god. What are you? What are you, Art Goblin?
Mad King. More like maybe the jester that crawled into the throne when no one was looking. Might be more accurate. I'm really excited about the lore book too. Just there's a bunch of, just details about the setting and the world that it would just be sort of like exposition in the story that would not move the plot forward and not be interesting or add to the pacing in a good way. But it's just nice to be like, oh, I have all these details that don't really matter to the story, but they help make the world, they help make the setting feel more alive around the characters as they go about their business. And so it doesn't really make the story better to cram all of the supporting structure into the explicit story itself. But, if people are curious enough that they want a whole book about the lore, that's the perfect place to put it. And then I feel like I have my urge to put that stuff somewhere satisfied, I guess.
In the Dreamkeepers world, do they get warnings on data scrolls about extreme bad weather coming in, or is it just news on TV? I could see a connection piece where the data scroll tells you news, that stuff is coming.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about if they get severe weather bulletins or not. They probably would. Basically, they do have severe weather warnings that they need to give out, especially for fog storms, which I don't think it really translates in the graphic novels as much when a fog storm rolls in. It really would be more like something you'd see. You'd perceive it better in animation, which is it's kind of like a lot of the ideas in the graphic novel. It's well, it's a cool idea, but it would translate better in animation. But it's well, I still want to do it, so I still put it in there. But basically, there would be severe weather. They would have severe weather warnings, but I actually hadn't stopped to think about exactly what method they would use to deliver those warnings. You know, Grunt has that foghorn on the orphanage. I think it would actually make sense to have some sort of a siren system set up, you know, just throughout Andruna. So if they know that there's a big fog storm coming in, you know, you fire up the sirens. Everyone can make sure to close the shutters, take in anything that's lightweight that might get pushed around by it, and then they can just kind of chill until the fog storm sweeps through.
Mamo is trying to make a girlfriend for Bobby.
Oh, nice. I'm sure Bobby would appreciate that. I was like, ooh, girlfriend for Bobby.
And he made a still up model too. Ooh, you should show that to Robert, or he might really like that.
Oh, nice.
When you said fog storm, they thought that, like in the movie The Mist, they hope a fog storm is nothing like that. What is that then?
No,
Is
it's
that green thing with the...
yeah, like I
bone?
think the first time we actually show one is in volume 4 when they're doing the raid on the neon knives. So, and again, like we just go ahead and we show a fog storm. I don't actually
Wait a minute. No. That's fine. 5.
Oh, that is volume 5. I'm sorry. I'm getting my own lore wrong. I'm getting it wrong.
Bitch, don't know your lore.
I just lost the sermon battle, the live sermon battle, live from Theophany Square. I just got the reference wrong, and the referee threw a flag on my play. But yeah, I think the first time we show a fog storm is volume.
Where are you?
Volume 5 is volume 5.
Idiot. Let me go check.
Yeah.
I can't be wrong. Pause to check.
Yeah.
Right. Are there any non-nightmare monsters?
Yeah, I wouldn't call them like, you know, they're not nightmares, but they're just like dangerous creatures, dangerous animals, basically. We'll have some of them in the fauna section of the lore book for sure.
I'm sure the Dreamkeepers have a lot of stories and lore and ideas of monsters. I know they have like vampires and kind of a mummy thing and a lot of stories about them.
Look up for ghosts. Ghosts and ghouls.
Memo has been making lots of Cindy pictures in the AI room,
Oh,
which
cool.
is incredible because you only drew her like 3 times, so okay.
They have powers. They have wizardly powers that we can only just barely begin to grasp.
I'll have to look later. I can't see that right now.
Oh, actually, I was using, like, this is my first use case of AI that I can say I've used for Dreamkeepers. I was doing advertising for Artvember, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what would be kind of cool? Some of these ads, like, the thought process started, like, some of these ads actually are illustrations that were, like, animations I've done. So instead of just having a static promo, I should actually stick the animation that I did in the promo. That'd be kind of cool. So, you know, I was putting the Diane Poole animation in there, and the, what's another animation I did? The Crystal riding a dinosaur animation in there. That's another Artvember piece we're going to be bringing back for downloads if people missed that. But as I was doing that, I was like, yeah, these look really cool with the little animation stuck in there. It's just more fun to see an animated image than a static image with these ads. And I was like, wait a minute, I got a bunch of other static pieces for the ads. I wonder if I could just like make Grok make those animated. That might look cool for the ads. You know, just more effective of jingling keys. So and I tried it out, and I had to mess around with the prompts a little bit, but basically, yeah, I was able to just make the ads animate a little bit. Nothing crazy, nothing like super fancy, but in terms of like, well, this is going to be just an ad to get people's attention. Is it like a primetime, like polished production that's going to be like very, very like high profile? It's like, no, it's just an ad. And it's like, well, can I make it look a little more fun just by throwing it in Grok? It's like, answer yes. It's kind of fun to see the picture move around a little bit, so.
Okay.
So I found something I can use it for, just making the ads jiggle.
Right. Nemoditis is the Mad King. You are not. Do you want to be the Mad King?
I'm gonna say no because that will look better. But then as soon as anyone questions my rule, I will throw them in the dungeon.
Or throw a little fit?
Yeah. Throw a little fit.
Stamp your little feet. Throw a little foot.
Throw a little fit. Stamp your little feet. Be a brat tonight. Dun, 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 dun. Be a brat tonight. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. Memo is going to make so many Bobby and Cindy pictures edited. All right. Well, Memo has a new job down. He's in charge of that. I have not seen enough of Cindy to know exactly what she looks like, so I guess he's the expert. I don't know.
I've drawn her a couple times, so I think that
I've seen 3. I don't know if there's ever been a full body.
honestly, if they can extrapolate like a Laura just based on those few drawings and like then the overall, I guess like Dreamkeeper style that's been established, that's kind of cool if they can do that.
Alright. So, in our world, we have only, like, wait, Dragon Lost has joked about only feet.
Only feet.
But since tails are the dominant beauty icon, would there be an only tails? Where it's just like, I think there's a magazine on tails in the dream world.
Yeah, there actually is. We have some magazine covers in the background of different panels, especially in Prelude, where Tinsel features a little more as a villain here and there. And I think I think one of the magazine covers is Tail. I forget if it's Tail or Tails plural, but yeah, there's magazines, suggestive magazines in the dream world. Grun's got a small collection. Very reasonable.
He has every edition. He has every edition of Tails.
It's the only thing he's ever categorized.
Yeah, I know. Alright, can we get more info on Cindy? Like what animal she's supposed to be, the length of her tail, the eye color, and whatnot. She is labeled as an elf cat. And we need a female reference sheet for Cindy. I don't know.
Honestly,
I would.
I haven't drawn her often enough to have it actually memorized. If I was going to draw Cindy again, like right now, I would have to pull up the times that I've drawn her in Prelude so that I would know like what her design is, because I don't have it memorized, to be honest. So
I don't have a swatch for Cindy. Cindy's, I don't know if she'll appear again. Cindy's not a major character contender here. We obviously need a Daki.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there'd be a lot of demand for a Cindy Daki. Who knows?
Alright, they're asking, is it possible to revive a Dreamkeeper? I think they mean bring one back from the dead. Can you explain that?
I'm going to say, generally speaking, no. Sort of like how in our reality, you can't bring someone back from the dead. But again, if people are doing fan fiction, or they have like some sort of a very special, like bizarre fringe scenario thing going on, then I wouldn't say like, oh, you can't have that happen in your fan fiction. Because it's like, it's their fan fiction, whatever. And even in reality, it's like, arguably, there was that one time that Jesus guy came back from the dead, and Lazarus, that's a thing, so people might disagree on that, but so it is, I guess, a debate if people have come back from the dead in real life. So do people come back from the dead? Do people return from the dead in real life? Generally, no. But that's generally speaking. So if we can say generally speaking no in real life, I'd say same sort of thing in the dream world. If someone did return from the dead, everybody would be very, very surprised. We'll put it that way.
We've decided that Namiditis is punchable.
Namiditis is pretty punchable.
Okay, now YouTube wants to know what type of Dreamkeeper Cindy is. Cindy kind of looked like a cat character.
She looks sort of like almost like a cat, maybe a little bit of an otter, but without like the aquatic feel. I don't know.
Oh, we had Tia on the reference sheet. Well, sounds like a sketch of the month if they want Cindy reference sheets to help perfect Laura.
Yeah, that'd be a fun thing to sketch. There's so many fun sketch of the month ideas. I just wish I wish I could multiply myself, draw tons of stuff, and then when like all the multiples are like, hey, we're starting to get hungry, I could just be like, oh yeah, I've got food for you guys in the ditch. Just go right out back there, and then bam, bam, bam. Don't have to feed them all, and I can just replicate more the next time I need to draw more. That would be perfect. There'd be no flaws in that way of reality.
There'd be a Dave that would have to go and get a job to make money to feed all those other Davids, and there would be a fight because nobody wants to go and make money.
Isn't that the movie?
They all want to draw.
What is it, dude? What's the one that had? Is it Kevin Costner?
The Multiplicity?
Yeah, Multiplicity. Isn't that basically Multiplicity? Yeah. I still like House of Cosby's, where each Cosby clone gets dumber and dumber. I think that's a good premise. It's probably what would happen. It's a House of Cosby's.
This okay, well.
I can't believe Bill Cosby shut that down. Come on, Bill.
He was gonna make his own. Obviously.
No, he was never going to make a House of Cosbys. He was never going to make a show about himself getting cloned and each clone getting dumber and dumber and dumber, but the 100th Cosby clone actually gets some sort of special power. That was not on his list of things that he was going to do.
Okay. Well, he's just like jealous he didn't think of it, basically.
Pretty much.
That's spelled wrong, but I think they want to know what memes are like in the dream world. Are there memes, Dave?
I think there have to be. They have the equivalent of kind of social media with the data scrolls. I don't think it's as prolific as our own social media is in terms of impact on daily life, but they'd still have some.
But yeah, I mean, like, Mace could probably access data scrolls at school, but he's not on the internet very often.
I kind of view it as basically the equivalent of maybe 2005 to 2010 internet, because that's sort of like the era that the first books came out. And that's sort of the era where you had people using the internet. There was like boards, like 4chan or whatever. There's people doing memes. People could post videos. People played video games with each other on the internet. But there wasn't like ubiquitous social media where like everyone has to have like, a Facebook and everyone has to have a this and a that. And it wasn't to the point where like social media was totally interwoven with like major facets of everyday life the way it kind of is now. I guess what I think of is sort of like in our world, if a new owner gets in charge of one of the big major social media companies, like that will literally change in a macroscopic way how the world operates. Whereas in the dream world, if someone bought a website, in the data scroll network or whatever, like it would maybe matter to that website in a small ecosystem, but it wouldn't like macroscopically change how all of Andruna operates. So it's so they still had like, the equivalent of internet, but I sort of picture it as an earlier format, if that makes sense.
This is not canon, and I haven't thought about it at all. But I kind of imagine the Viscount and the government would be like, "What is this internet? I don't understand." They're like trying to get with the technology and be like, "These kids think this is cool. Tell them we're cool. Tell them the Viscount loves the internet." Whatever that is,
Yeah, sir, they're insulting you on the internet. Shut it down.
Basically, that's what I imagine anyway. We're there right now.
Coloring little tiny. This is one of the stages of the illustration. It's kind of more, I would say, color blocking and then ambient occlusion lighting. Those are the stages that really sort of. They're just very routine, take up a lot of time, but they're also like pretty relaxing to do because it doesn't take a huge amount of thinking. But once we get this done, then we can shift into like the overall direction of lighting with a bit more sharpness to it, and things will start to feel a little bit more like an actual Twilight scene, which is cool. Oops. Somehow I got the wrong swatch. Back to the source.
YouTube is cooking up story ideas that we can neither confirm nor deny. You will just have to read the comics when they come out.
Can neither confirm nor deny. Someone was here and they were eating that pie. Was it Todd or was it Eli? They can neither confirm nor deny.
What is this?
What's what? My number one hit song?
Is it country?
No. It's not country. It's not that. It's some other genre that's cool.
Are you pop?
Is
doing a concert? Is this your concert?
Is hipster pop still cool? Is that a thing? Is that a genre?
Is this rap, honey?
Is
Are
this?
you rapping? Chat,
Yeah.
is this real?
Yeah. Imagine Lil Wayne singing that, and that's what's in my heart.
I recall your rap name was Vanilla Doubt.
Vanilla Doubt. Yes, that's accurate. New hit single from Vanilla Doubt.
I have that. Okay. First of all, I have that written on the fridge. It's so funny to me. Second of all, the squirrel is attacking the side of the house again. I hear him. I'm gonna look at him.
Pumpkin messing
It's
around
dark.
over
I
there?
think it's him. I think he's doing it again. I hear him. It's the same sound.
I heard the thumping around in there. I thought that was just you lost and like trying to walk through a
it's not
wall
me.
or
I think
something.
it's him. I don't. It's dark. I don't know them moving around at this time of night, but I heard him again. Explain your tale of Pumpkin now and what he's been up to.
Well, Pumpkin, he's enjoying, our relationship where I give him walnuts and sometimes Brazil nuts.
Brazil nuts now.
Occasionally pecans. But now he'll get
Well, there's a thump.
Yeah, but he'll jump up on the porch and make himself known, so we go out and give him his nuts. But now sometimes he'll try to come through the wall of the bedroom as well.
He will also fly into the door and put his paws on the door and look at you.
Yeah, he'll kind of knock on the door if we don't notice he's out there. He'll just go up to the door like bam bam. So what that means is I think that he just likes me as a person. That's my interpretation of that.
He's totally not using you.
No, he
You.
just thinks I'm cool. He just wants to kind of hang out, and then I just happen to also give him Brazil nuts and pecan. That's sort of like a side thing.
Oh, good. Mammal moved back into YouTube to yell at them again.
And the internecine raids continue.
Dude can't get John Picardo. It's too advanced.
Yeah, all the
There's a
YouTubers
wall.
like, will the what on the where?
You know, it'd be funny if Nama was drawing dirty pictures of the Viscount on the internet, and they don't know who did it. You're trying to track down the troll on the internet. It's Nama.
Dirty pictures, like what? Like his face as a butt or something?
Yes. And they're like, we have to get Grigori 555. Who is this person? Get their IP, sir. It's coming from in the building. It's coming from in the building.
Speaking of coming from in the building, Chomps is poking around in the kitchen.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what she's
Oh,
doing in there.
geez, I gotta go. Everybody's up tonight, except for Hazen. I don't know where
Squirrels
he's
are trying to get
going.
in here. Chomps is exploring the kitchen.
Oh goodness.
Does she have like an explanation for what she's doing in there? Licking the, yeah, okay, licking the treasure chest. That's a thing to do. I would probably lick a treasure chest if I explored the world through taste. So
Not my problem. I put a bunch of boxes to go out in the kitchen, so she has to lick them and investigate all of them.
yeah, you guys should know if you're a Patreon backer at the Art Attack tier, your Art Attacks, they have been Tegu tasted and approved. We've had the Tegu come through and lick them to make sure that they pass muster.
They think if that squirrel ever gets inside, how long until they think it'll meet the lizard? I don't know. That lizard is pretty slow. She'd probably sleep the whole time.
I think they'd get along. I think they'd be like buds.
Would the squirrel ride the lizard?
Yeah, you know, like in the Wind of the Willows, how there's a toad and what's the other character? A rat or something?
It's a rat. There's a rat, a toad, and a mole.
Yeah, like they all get along. I think it would be like that.
Everyone is asking about Nama's papa name. I think he's Kala.
Viscount Kala, yeah. I don't know if we ever
Does he have a
decided on a
first
first name. I mean, he has a first name, but I haven't written it
I
down or
don't know what
thought of
it
it yet.
is. Yeah, we can't make that up here. That would not be fair. We just make up something stupid and forget it. It would change every time we stream.
Commander Douche, they call him.
What if anyone's ever named their kid Commander?
I'm sure there is, actually. I bet if you looked up on a search engine, be like, hey, are there any people in America literally named Commander? There's probably like 17 at least. I guarantee there's people named Commander out there, like where that's their actual legal name. Doesn't count if they changed their name to it though. Like if they grew up and like, I think I want to be called Commander. That's really cool. Like if they just do that of their own recognizance, that doesn't count. Parents being like, you know what, my kid is gonna be a commander. He's gonna rule. People are gonna be listening to his commands.
I'm kind of reminds me of people who name their kid like Hunter. I think that's a little sassy, bold.
Like they're just assuming their kid is gonna run around and like hunt elk or something.
Oh, Dave, if I remove this space, their best viewer is streamboo.com.
If I remove the space, there's best viewers streamboo.com? What?
Best viewer is streamboo.com. Remove the space at on Twitch.
Are you having
Best
a seizure?
viewers.
What are you talking about?
I am telling you what Twitch is telling me.
Oh, is this like Twitch having a
Time
cool...
to ban it.
Is this Twitch having cool robot-ish situations?
I guess we want best viewers. We have to remove the space, and it's banned.
It's time to bot viewers. It's time to bot viewers.
It's not my fault. I'm just reading what they say to you, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not removing a space. How do I do that?
The funny thing is, you know, this wouldn't work. They wouldn't do this if they didn't get like a significant number of people to actually be like, yeah, I will buy some followers, thanks. Can you imagine?
They're asking lore information about nabatitis, but I really can't answer on stream because I don't remember what we've told them.
Can't remember our own stuff. It's in the books, or it's not that important yet. Or it's a spoiler. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What they should be asking is like when he takes his helmet off, does he have like a perm that goes all the way up? Because that's what I want to know.
I bet he has hat hair. Or maybe he has hair that's shaped like the cone.
Nabatitis brand hairspray when you need a tower of power on the top of your head. It's just me, Chomps. I'm just doing voices. She's out here giving me looks like, who's in there? Like, you're not normal.
How many people have you got in that corner, Dave? Catcher.
Chomps, you just taste my sock if you're in doubt. This is me. This is just the normal David.
She's trying to go outside.
Oh, now she is, yeah.
She's leaving.
I thought she was going into brumation, but she seems,
I don't know.
pretty active.
I don't know what it is today. She didn't eat today. Certainly destroyed your corner, though.
Yeah, she had to do a bombing run, apparently.
I think she's gonna do another one. Or stare at me. I have to catch that. See what that is. Oh, I can't tell.
Oh boy, here Dave's stabbing that tablet.
Uh-oh,
He's digging a hole.
He must be doing shit.
Should I turn maybe I should turn my gain down a little or something?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I just know when I hear, I know I hear that you're doing shading or you're erasing.
It's ambient
Something.
occlusion lighting, my favorite kind of lighting.
Mama was looking
My
for you, Hazen.
favorite of the transition metals.
I don't even know that reference, but I like it.
It's his favorite time of the day, drawing.
It's our favorite time of the day.
It is. Like all yesterday and today I was like doing marketing work. Nah.
Fuck marketing.
Wow, who loves
Marketing.
that?
I want to draw.
It's gotta be done though.
Only gay people do marketing. Ugh.
Uh-oh. That's bad news for me.
Oh, where's my lizard?
Oh.
Why is Chomps like open my business tonight? This is the third time she's tried to go behind the trash can.
What is she doing?
I don't know. She's suddenly like Johnny Bravo running laps through the house, just like tasting everything.
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, like high energy, and she goes from one pose to the next
Oh.
instantaneously because that's cheaper on the animation.
I didn't get it either.
You didn't get it? I thought Johnny Bravo implied like high energy.
What I think of Johnny Bravo.
You don't think of Johnny Bravo?
Yeah, well, he's high energy, but he's not known for running laps.
That's true, but he makes the like noises.
Lizards also do that. Yeah. That is a
Yeah,
lizard. thing
I've
to
heard
do.
them do that. You have a lizard that's not making Johnny Bravo noises, you need to take it back to the pet store.
Man, this one's
It
defective.
is broken.
Not making the good sounds.
The good sound, not making the good sounds, only the bad sounds.
Dave, what kind of good sounds does a lizard make to you? What is that?
Now I wonder if you're actually making fun of me, so I will no longer participate. Joy ended. That part of the show is over. Now I'm just gonna be sullen and non-responsive.
YouTube is asking about information on abatitis, but we can't explain that kind of stuff on the stream.
You know,
in the books.
YouTube's asking information about what?
Lore on the Nabatitis character in the book.
I'd even consider answering them if they were
Oh.
YouTube, but they're YouTube, not quite high enough. Sorry.
Oh no. I'll answer it. What's their question?
Is he a dreamkeeper? Or is he a
It's
nightmare?
time for Answers with Hazen. I don't have my soundboard or whatever.
no.
I have a really funny sound for this. But I don't have it up because I'm an idiot. Answers with
Make a
Hazen.
sound with your
Is
mouth.
Nabonidus a dream keeper? No, he is your mama.
There we go. There we go. Audience in a can.
This has been Answers with Hazen.
I like this new bit.
Hashtag Hazen has not read all the books. Hazen does not know what we are selling. Dave, where's my lizard?
She was just behind me, and now she's gone. This
Lost
is
my lizard.
this is like some Tiny Toons episode. This is getting ridiculous. She's like, listen, do you hear her?
Probably went under. It's under the desk. Should do it.
That was a Johnny Bravo noise. I must say.
No, listen. You got your headphones on, but I took my headphone off, so one of my ears is in the real world. She's in the kitchen. Yeah. That's how you do it if you're in the special forces. When you're on a mission, if you're listening to your MP, like your earbuds, you gotta take one out of your ear so you can still hear the ambient noise, so you know like where the enemy is and stuff.
I wasn't trying to hear for her. I was asking you because you were in the room, so you should know where she is.
I'm sorry I can't hear you over the echo.
Ah,
I can't hear you very well.
I'm sorry. But if you just said does not apply, because I decided I can't tell you. What?
Nice.
People are asking Mamo about the Troika Rhino guy's name. There's a purple guy named Marvin. There's a purple rhino named Marvin. There's a unicorn gray guy with 3 horns. That's Parsecs.
Mm-hmm.
Is every episode of Answers with Hazy just one question and a sarcastic answer? Yes. It might always be your mama.
you get one segment per stream.
Yeah,
You've already
I
spent
like
this
that.
one.
Yeah, you
I like this.
can't use it
I like
too many
this a lot.
times in a row, or you sort of wear out the novelty.
Hazen does not read the series and does not know what we promote.
Yeah, we need like the super fast like disclaimer legal language at the end of stuff. We should do some of that at the end of every one of our ads. Like just like funny disclaimer language.
Funny disclaimer language sped up like 3 times regular speed.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure if Hazen is an executive producer or somebody else wants to be an executive producer, but considering I don't know what those do, maybe.
You don't know what those do?
I don't know what an executive producer does, so I guess we have a lot of them.
They're the guy who makes sure. Executive producers are the people that make sure the show or whatever it is makes money.
Mm.
That's
Nope.
basically what their job is. Their job,
We
whoever's
don't have
paying
that.
for the movie to be made, the studio or whoever, like
We don't have
they hire a director to direct the movie and make sure the movie, goes like a certain way, and then they hire a producer to work with that director to make sure that the way the movie goes is a way that makes money.
Sounds like they're natural enemies. Director's like, I need creative fulfillment.
Sometimes the producer is the person paying for everything.
And
So,
they
and
psychology back
sometimes
up.
it works out. Yeah. They're typically, the normal hierarchy of things. The producer is like right above the director. He's like in between the director and whoever's paying for the movie.
Yeah.
To be made, whoever the financier of the movie is, or the studio or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
don't
an
have
executive producer is. And now that we have stuff like Patreon, that's gotten a little bit muddied up because they had, they would add like associate producers and assistant, like other kinds of producers onto credits and stuff before, but nobody really knew what they did. But a lot more people understand that now because of Patreon. It's just like people who are funding it or have some kind of like attachment to like supporting it really generously.
I
Or they
think
slept with
Theory
somebody.
knows what it is. I think the chat understands.
Lizard's trying to
Liz,
go on
how
my
did you
computer.
get turned down? She's trying to enter cyberspace.
I think that's how it works. Is that how it works in what is it, Reboot? Like you just like shove your face into the computer hard enough and then you're in the virtual world.
Yeah, I remember them doing that all the time.
No,
in
don't
Reboot,
actually go back there where the cords are. Snap, chomps.
Oh man!
Uh-oh, we're about to lose Dave.
Don't unplug.
Oh my god!
Don't go back there.
She doesn't fit back there.
She doesn't, and she's gonna pull all the cords out.
Oh, she wants to play.
Don't struggle with me.
Chelsea.
What got into you today?
Got her.
Seriously.
You're my buddy.
There we
Yeah,
go.
you wanna come be on stream with me?
Had someone apparently a sleeper cell inside my own house. Someone paid the lizard to sabotage it.
She wanted to climb into the computer and be on the internet, Dave. You're a goof. How you doing? Yeah, you're in trouble. Why are you everywhere today?
Into hyperspace.
Yeah.
He turned into the freakazoid. She's strong and super quick.
Oh, she's puffing at me. Oh, she's mad. Oh, what a problem. She doesn't bite much, though. That's fine.
I don't think she bites at all. She's never bitten me.
I've been bitten.
She bit you?
That's what I was trying to feed her. It's
Oh,
also the nips on the feet. She's like, hey, hey, hey.
Oh, when she's trying to get your attention and she's being kind of rude about it. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I think that counts as biting because that's misbehavior. But
She hasn't done that in a while.
the feeding stuff is just accidental though. That's just like missing.
Yeah.
That's just being bad at aiming.
You're so
Oh
bad.
yeah, they do like reptiles do that. I didn't think like when you think of snakes striking something, you always think like a snake is going to be like really precise or accurate or whatever the word is. But like I had a friend who had a snake and he said that he had it for like since he was a kid, and they live like some of them live a long time. I think it's a boa of some kind, but he was feeding it a rat with like like a dead rat like on the tongs.
Yeah.
And you know how they have to like hold it on the tongs and like sort of move it around so it looks like it's to like entice the snake to bite it. Well, the snake like struck and missed. It like whiffed the rat, and then it just like rammed into his arm and bit his arm, and then immediately immediately was like, uh-oh, that's not a rat, and like like pulled off and like started to kind of like crawl away like it was scared.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. They're like, "Oops, I bit the wrong thing."
He's gonna be mad at me.
What? That's a reference to the show Reboot. I don't think GameCube was out when Reboot was on the air.
I think when we were talking about stuffing our face into the screen. I don't know.
He said he quick throw a GameCube at her that will stop the chaos. I don't know, like if maybe there's some other game system on Reboot they threw like at some reptile or something. I don't know what. I didn't watch Reboot.
I'm actually remembering Reboot. They actually had some. It wasn't like the GameCube, like the gaming platform. In the show, there would be a giant cube that would descend from the sky whenever the player was playing a video game.
Oh,
and you'd be like, "Oh
yeah.
no!" And if the cube landed on you, and anyone that the cube lands on, now you're in the game, so it like warps your reality. So if they're playing like a Dungeons and Dragons game, suddenly you're like a wizard or something.
The only one I really remember is the one that was like Evil Dead. Like they had like an Ash that got character as like the player, the user, whatever. That's the only thing about Reboot I really remember. That and that weird kid with like the propeller hat.
He had a literal propeller hat. It's pretty great.
Were those ever real? Like, was there ever a time in reality where children wore hats with propellers on them?
I'm actually kind of curious now, honestly.
I've never seen that. I've never even seen that in like old photographs.
My brother watched Reboot. I thought it was lame.
I didn't even know you had a brother.
He works in California with movie projectors, and he did work for Quentin Tarantino once. Went over to his house.
He did work for Reboot too. He just didn't tell you.
No.
That's why I got into the business. He was just hoping for that big Reboot break, but then Reboot went away, and he's just left
Reboot
there.
the movie.
Yeah.
You want to inform Robert of the funniest way that you stole his artwork to train the Heron character? You mean Stiletto? Yeah, I don't know. That's a very funny thing to pursue. He may be here. That's a risk you're taking because you mentioned that, not me. But I don't know. What would be the if you stole someone's artwork to train an AI model? What would be the funniest way to deliver? Chad, help me. Chad, come on. What would be the funniest way to deliver that news to them? Like use the AI thing to make like an e-greeting card that says like, "Happy, I stole your artwork.
Greetings, you've been replaced."
Oh, Gregory H. Cole.
You've been roboticized."
Robert is not in here, so I don't know. I'll have to find him.
AI room. Is there something in the AI room I should see? I guess this is the model he's talking about. You mean Stiletto, probably though.
Yeah, it's Stiletto.
Oh Lord, I don't know what room is this? Oh, never mind. Okay, that should be in there. Sometimes I go to some of these rooms and I forget what server I'm on because, yeah. I see that you have made a model of that, and who the fuck is Cindy?
That is Bobby's girlfriend in Prelude. Mamo has decided he's trying to get Bobby and Cindy back together, so he has V available. So he has made a Cindy Laura, so he can put Bobby and Cindy in lots of pictures together to feel better.
We got like
oh my god, Memo is going to make like a Tamers 1 2 3 4 5 Dreamkeepers fan fiction with AI pictures.
Yeah, we seriously got like Parent Trap level ops going on 24/7 here.
She's cute. I don't know why, or at least from these AI pictures. I don't know why Bobby would.
There were only 3 drawings, so he had to really work to make it happen. I don't know what
if he made this out of 3 drawings, he is officially an archmage.
They're not even like full body drawings or anything. It's kind of impressive.
This is strange that this. Well, I guess it's not that strange. I don't know what she looks like in the books, but I'm guessing she looks a lot like Dave's other artwork, which this does not really look like that. So. Great job making it anyway. But I mean, it just, this is not. If it's not really like the character, it's a little less impressive. But it's still impressive.
Let him play. Maybe
Yeah.
it's Cindy's sister.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
no yeah, I'm not saying it's not good like for 3 pictures. I'm just saying like I don't know what the girl looks like that it's based off of, so it's hard for me to judge.
There are no full bodies, and a lot of it's from the side and the back. So, whatever.
What? We don't really even know what she looks like at all.
We don't really even know what Cindy looks like that well.
She's
so.
got like Muppet Baby adult Muppet Baby syndrome.
That's how
Oh no,
important she is to me.
Cindy X Bobby is canon. Yeah, Mammo's gonna become like what Tamers 1 2 3 4 5 is to Sonic Underground and My Little Pony. Mammo will become to Dreamkeeper. He is single. He is single.
Bobby is with Cindy. V is now single. Everyone can date her. There can be only one.
Everyone can date her all at once.
I'm sure
It would be a lie.
She would be so
We'll still take
excited. She'd be like, finally, I can be dated by everyone. It's about time.
Finally, yeah, that's what women like. That's what women are, you know. They get single and they're like, finally, everyone, all these men I've told that they feel like brothers. You're more like a brother to me. Now they can date me. This is what they've been waiting for, just for me to be single. Then I will like them now, for some reason.
That's that mentality I've seen guys have where it's like, we've been together for 10 years as friends, but if I'm the only one left, she has to be with me.
Some men do think that way. Like I you know, far be it from me to tell anyone like life advice, but like I think it's a really dumb thing. If a girl says that she likes you as a friend and she's not making like room in her life for you, she's not really interested in you. And just because she's available, that doesn't mean she's suddenly going to be. If you do a bunch of friendly things for her, you know, I always use the metaphor of the friendship token vending machine. But girls are like vending machines. If I just put enough gentlemanly friendship tokens into this vending machine, eventually the panties will drop off of it. Like, no, that women are either interested in you or they're not. If they're not, you're going to have to make a big change about yourself for them to maybe be interested. Like, there's not even a guarantee they'll be interested after that. There's not even a guarantee you will really understand what a big change is. For some guys, a big change is, I got new clothes and a new haircut. Big change. That's not enough.
That works on a girl sometimes. Sometimes it works on a girl.
It can work on a girl if it's a really outstanding outfit. If you were walking around dressed like John Fetterman, and then suddenly you show up in like an Armani suit with like a nice claw hammer, Italiano #Italiano, you might be in, or whatever it is they like.
No, I think it's the kind of thing where, like, if a girl didn't think of much of you, but then all of a sudden she kind of gets a double take, be like, wait a minute. Oh.
It could work, yeah, but typically.
No, I knew a guy, he was paying the girl's rent, and she was just living with him for like 10 years, had no job. He would go to the job. She would go off, like, he'd have New Year's parties with friends, and she'd go missing. She'd go to other people's parties when he's trying to have a party with friends.
And finally, fucking lame.
And finally, he got the clue when he was going to buy a house. Hey, don't go live with her because she's not going to do anything. Kicked her out.
Imagine spending 10 years of your life keeping a girl up who's not even fucking showing your tits.
No.
I would die. I would unalive myself. I would toaster bath. Just be reincarnated. Start over.
Toaster bath. I have never heard that before.
I would commit toaster bath.
I bet it's, you know what, honestly, I bet it's really hard to get it plugged in and then into the water. I'm thinking of the logistics of how to do this. It's like, bathrooms are not safe like that.
I have honestly had like a lot of people. This is not me trying to trauma dump or get sympathy. I've had a lot of experience with people, choosing to cut things short for for one reason or another. And I don't
You've
think
seen
any of them have ever gone the toaster bath route.
A toaster
I
bath
think
was
it's just
like
so the logistics of that. Like I don't know how that even became a thing,
they did
or if
it
it would
in
even do that.
Groundhog's Day. They did it in Groundhog's Day somehow.
Yeah, and then Bill Murray, like thousands of people were like, "Okay, so that's how to do it." Thanks, Bill Murray. And Bill Murray was like, "No, no, that's not the theme of the film." Oh no!
You'll come back. It'll be the same day every day.
Don't
Don't
they
do
have
it.
like a
Yeah.
bunch of safety features
That's what
now?
happens.
I think they have all these like safety features built into like wall outlets in like if there's a wall outlet that's like within range of a bathtub or a kitchen sink, there's like a surge protector, like automatic. Like, I swear there's something in there where like the building designers are like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever happens, we have to make sure that these people cannot kill themselves with appliances. It's very important.
Oh yeah, like you're not supposed to cook in the bathroom. What is that?
Well, you're not. You don't.
Can't have
Yeah, you
toasters
just
in the
don't wanna do that in
bathroom.
general.
But I think what they were worried about is they were worried about, like, see, follow this logic. They were worried that people were going to commit suicide in the bathroom, and then that they would get like lawsuits because people would be like, "Listen, I committed suicide in the bathroom, but now I've had second thoughts and I changed my mind, and the only reason I could do it is because your wall outlet, the electricity in your building, allowed it to happen. So you're kind of liable for this." But see,
Wait
these
a
guys,
minute. Wouldn't the toaster people be to blame?
well, I mean, there's a lot of people that could be sued, and so I think that's what motivated them to like stop all of the free electricity flowing as powerful as you want at all times. But the thing they don't think about is like, listen, if they commit suicide, they're not suing you. The problem is over. You know, like you got away with it, building maker band. You got away with it. They can't sue you. They're gone.
You know, it's the families. They're like, oh, Jimmy's dead. I need a lot of money. Who's to blame?
Oh,
The toasterman.
The families are suing the toaster people. Imagine.
I assume.
Can you
I thi-
imagine
I
like,
think-
making a toaster, like
I mean,
like
don't try
actually
this at home.
inventing a toaster and designing it and spending all your time, and then one day someone kills themselves with your toaster. Like they find a way to like just kill themselves using your toaster of all things, and then it's like your business is destroyed. You get sued into oblivion because someone killed themselves using your product, and then their family's like, "It's your fault." Like, what the fuck? How is it my fault? You're supposed to put bread
This
in the
happened.
thing.
So please, kids, don't choke yourself to death on Dreamkeeper's comics. We don't intend for anyone to use them for that. Only reading.
Don't eat more than the recommended daily amount of Dreamkeeper's books.
I would think if you dropped a toaster in water, it would just short the toaster out.
I wonder if that's a total urban legend. I wonder if anyone has ever, like, applianced
Yeah.
themselves to death. I also wonder.
I honestly do wonder.
I also wonder if it happened. Would it be like you actually see like the cartoon where you see their skeleton like strobing in and out? Because I feel like I really like. That.
I think that is real. Yeah.
I like that visual.
I think that
myself.
would. How did that come to become such a trope?
I don't know.
What do you mean? What?
The skeleton flashing on and off like
Yeah.
X-ray mode when people are being electrocuted in cartoons. Like, zzz, you know.
How can we show how can we show that this character is being electrocuted? I know we'll black out their entire body except for their skeleton, or just show a physical skeleton a la Home Alone.
I don't know, but when Tom and Jerry do it, Japan thinks it's hilarious.
Japan, yeah, I think I've talked about this on the stream before, but like Japan has like this really strange fascination with Tom and Jerry.
That's fine. They're a little off by like 40 years, but okay.
Well,
That
I
keeps
think
it alive.
they just like that it's a cartoon that still has like a lot of cartoonish violence in it, because I think that they really are like appreciate things
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
it might be is that Tom and Jerry really don't have any talking. The characters don't talk, so everything is very visual. So they don't need a language
Yeah.
barrier to understand it. So maybe that's the
And that
issue.
might have been by design. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it could have been by design, or it just could have been that, you know, there really weren't very many voice actors back then. Like, a lot of the old Disney movies, they would just get actors, like, to do the voice acting. And they would be, like, people from the old shows with the woman who was in Rescuers. I can't remember her name, but she played Bianca in Rescuers. The Green Acres, and Petticoat Junction, like those shows that had all those same people. They would usually get them to do a lot of those old movies from Disney, like in the 60s and 70s,
They
like
say
Robin Hood
Eva
and stuff.
Gabber. Is that right? Eva Gabber?
Ava Gabor, yeah. Ava Gabor.
I
Yeah,
wonder
I think
if,
that is her name, actually.
It'd be terrible if all they could get was like stage actors, so it's just everyone's like yelling into the microphone. They're all speaking to the back of the room when the mic's like an inch away.
Yeah, maybe.
Are
But
there
they were all
boomerangs
actors,
in
and
the world?
you can kind of tell that they're actors, and how a lot of the stuff in those old movies were like, I don't know, they were like rotoscope from basically like a play. Like people would get on like a stage and do things, and then they would photograph it and draw over it and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You mean they traced? Yeah, but they like you can if you watch, like, I think one of the ones that's the most prevalent in is Sleeping Beauty. If you watch Sleeping Beauty, especially the scenes with the 3 fairy godmothers or whatever, you can really tell that those screenplays for those animations were written very much the same, almost exactly the same way as they would write just like movies and TV shows and stuff back then.
Agreed.
They didn't just trace like rotoscoping once in some of those old Disney movies too. Like we were watching Jungle Book and Robin Hood, and I remember at one point watching them, I was like, wait a minute, that exact dance sequence of like, I think Maid Marian dancing around in a circle or something. I forget which movie it was, but I was like, that's the same animation from the other.
It's Snow White.
Oh, it's like Snow White and Maid Marian. It's like they're both dancing around, like holding like the hem of their skirt, and it's like, that is exactly the same animation. They just stuck a fox head on it for Robin Hood. It's like, oh, they copied themselves.
Yeah.
It looks good, but it's like
They did that.
they had a budget.
The one of the shows it's the most like prevalent in, that you just like, it's impossible not to notice it, or not shows, movies. One of the movies that it's just impossible not to notice is Jungle Book. Yeah.
Yeah.
In Jungle Book, like there's several animations they recycle within the same movie. And even as a kid, I was just like, that's the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they had to save money doing. I mean, it's in. I keep telling people this too. I don't like AI. I hate it. Like AI is the only way you'll ever see anything that resembles that coming back, because even then it was so laborious and expensive to have people hand paint fucking every animation cell, every frame of an animation. Are you kidding? Like that, of course they recycled things. That was one of the reasons, allegedly, that what's his name, the guy who did like the Dragon's Lair and all that, I can't
Don Bluth.
Yeah.
Don Bluth, yeah, he used to work for Disney, and I think it was Aristocats when that came out. He was just like, fuck this, I'm not doing Disney anymore, because they recycle animations. He was really like, he was a little bit, he's a little bit of a perfectionist, not quite as much as Dick Williams or whatever the guy's name is that did what's the guy's name that did The Thief and the Cobbler?
I forget. He was a Roger Rabbit director, though.
He also directed Roger Rabbit?
I've heard, yeah.
The Thief and the Cobbler guy?
I heard that. I don't think so. Am I wrong?
Richard Williams. Dick Williams, that is his real name. I don't know. I'm looking at that right now.
His real name is Dick Willie.
He's best known as the animation director for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So he's not like the director.
Maybe
that was Zemeckis. Well, I don't remember it. I think that was before Spielberg. Yeah, but I don't remember his first name. But I'll look it up. Robert Zemeckis. Yeah.
Yeah, Spielberg's wife did the voice of Jessica Rabbit.
Did she? I never knew that.
That's what I heard.
His
Dave,
short
would you like a
work on
compliment?
Christmas Carol.
Yeah, I'd like a compliment. Please give compliment to me.
Okay. They admire how quick you guys work on these art panels.
Oh, thank you. I
Well,
will.
it's usually like almost all David, so I'm not
will-
gonna take any credit for it.
I will say
We
too.
keep him
it's-
entertained.
I'm glad you think I work fast on it. To me, it's like I'm always there's so many things that I know that I want to do that everything seems like it takes 1 trillion years. Even though I'm like at the end of the month when I make a big like roundup post, it's like here's all the stuff we've been doing this month, and here's what we posted on Patreon, and here's this. Like at the end of the month, or if I do a captain's log, I'm always like, man, we've done so much stuff. I can't even fit it all in this captain's log. It'll be too long. But whenever I'm working,
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm going so slow because there's so much I want to accomplish.
I read an article that when they were working on The Lion King, they being Disney, that Disney was actually kind of like, or maybe it was Little Mermaid, but they were embarrassed that they weren't doing the hand-painted cells anymore, and that they were using computers to color everything in. And they were trying to hide that fact out of fear that like people would think the magic was gone or that they weren't
Oh yeah.
know, doing their stuff anymore.
Little did they know.
Yeah, you were
No,
you were telling me that they had like a whole fraudulent thing where they would actually invite press in and they made like fake like cells to show them for Lion King. Like they had like a whole cover up because like we can't let them know that we're using digital color on Lion King. They'll eat us alive. They'll say the magic is gone. They'll say it's over. We have to make it look like we're doing this the old way or else. And like apparently
It's so obvious.
the technicians that invented the new system were like really proud about this system they'd invented that made it way easier
had a code.
and made
code
way
for
more
it.
things possible that could never have been done before. And then Disney's just like, we're gonna pretend like you don't even fucking exist. And they're just like, what the hell? We made this work so much better for you, and now you're just like putting us in a
How
closet.
sinister. They actually invented like a lot of the stuff that you know of now for like video games and just in any kind of digital graphics, just in general. All that stuff was almost like invented specifically to serve the purpose of making one movie. Lion King was one of those movies. I remember shortly after it came out, people kind of discovered it wasn't all like hand painted cells, which is fine. It's one of the most fantastic looking Disney movies of all time.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
they kind of like discovered that, and Disney kind of opened up about it, and they were talking about how I remember as a kid watching like a behind the scenes thing. It wasn't really like a documentary, but it was like some kind of thing on ABC in the morning or something like that. And they were talking about like how they had invented this new kind of thing. It was basically like a Wacom kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they were just like, we do a lot of this stuff digitally for this movie, and while we're doing it digitally for the movie, I remember them saying the words, like this thing that basically brings your drawings to life, like that. And I remember as a kid when I heard that, like my brain went into overdrive. It was like I had taken a hit of acid or something. I just immediately was like, there's a machine that can bring drawings to life for real.
Well, now there is, Hazen. Now there is.
It's called Grok.
There is kind of, as long as what you're
Yeah.
drawing isn't going to move around at all.
No, actually, like I was telling the chat earlier in the stream, I had found my first use case for AI actually for Dreamkeeper stuff. Because I'm doing, it's Artvember. We're doing a big Patreon push, and so I'm making like a ton of promos to put out there.
Yeah.
And some of the promos use our animation, so I was like, yeah, I'll put our animation inside this web template, and that'll be cool. But then most of the promos are just for like static illustrations. But I was like, wait, it'd be cool if the static illustrations also moved a little bit, and just it would make the ads look a little better if they're literally moving around a little bit. So I tried putting a few of those into Grok, and so now I have some little Grok things, and it was kind of fun because, like, if I was animating it myself, right, I would do some things differently. It's not exactly the way I would do it. There's like, as an animator, I can look and be like, oh, I would change this, I would change that, this little detail's off, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, you know what, though? If I didn't use AI to just make this, then how would I do it? I wouldn't. It would not be done because I don't have the time. So, like, I guess I'm saying, like, if I was using this for, like, some kind of a big animated production, I'd be like, maybe we can fill in some blanks with this, but it's not really exactly the way I'd want it. But for an ad for a promo, and it just makes it look a little bit cooler. It's like, yeah, let's sign me up. Where's the problem? So there's going to be a few little grok animations in our promos for Artvember, and it's kind of like you said though, like the first time it was pretty easy and fast, which was really nice because again, I'm just putting out a bunch of ads. I don't have a zillion years to make like masterpieces. But even trying to get Grok to work with them, I had to do some custom prompting and be like, no, Grok, they're not sprouting arms out of their ears. Don't have them suddenly eating spaghetti. Don't. Yeah, it's like it was trying to make too much animation, if that makes any sense. So I just had to calm it down and be like, no. Basically, don't let the body move. Don't let this move. Don't have a new face come out of their butt. Just chill and have it stay still, and there's not that much moving around, and they just like blink and look around a little bit. Can you do that, Grok? Can you just chill? And Grok was like, yeah, fine, I can chill. And then those are the ones that wound up, I think, looking pretty decent.
Yeah, I
have to go check on the
I tell
rage.
people. What are you saying, Liz?
She's having a rage in the other room.
Yeah, go wrangle the Tegu.
What's this?
She's really mad that I used AI.
It's slop.
I'm gonna wreck you.
It's all trash.
I disarrange your bookcase now. It's like, oh,
It's not real art.
I should have known
It's
better.
slop. You're replacing your artist, Dave, with your own art.
I will say, like
Replacing yourself.
yeah, that's the idea. Is because I can't clone myself. But I do find it funny when people are like railing against AI, and sometimes I'm not the biggest fan of how stuff looks. Sometimes it can be a little janky, whatever. But it is funny to me when people on the one hand are saying it is slop, it will only ever make worthless trash, and then in the next breath they're like, oh no, it's replacing me. It's like, wait,
It's too good.
no, but it's just so funny if you juxtapose like it can only make garbage. It's replacing me. It's like, are you saying that you're making garbage? Like, because if, like, you kind of have to pick
What
one
is
here.
the statement here?
Yeah, it's like, is AI only capable of making garbage, or is it replacing you, or is it making garbage and replacing you because you can only make garbage? Like, you're not setting up a multiple choice question that's flattering to you when you use all those arguments in the same space, I guess.
I don't think people, especially people from like this, whatever the latest Gen Alpha, right? What do they call them? Not Zoomers is Gen Z. What do they call the A people? Just Gen Alpha?
I think
is
I
that
just
it?
heard Gen
That
Alpha.
sounds right.
I haven't heard any other fancy terms yet. Just Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha. When Gen Alpha, it'll be when everyone from Gen Alpha is dead. By the time that like doing art by hand will like be almost like not as valuable or whatever. So like right now, like people were born into a world where the AI stuff does not exist, and they're not going to try and use it because like anytime you run into anyone who's just like, you didn't do anything, you didn't make anything, a machine did everything for you, like they don't have any idea what AI actually is or like what it works like. So they're not using it, and they're not going to use it. They're just going to continue to support artists directly and stuff like that, so that you'll have those people until Gen Alpha dies out. You don't have anything to worry about unless you make trash. If you make the art equivalent of unsalted, unbuttered popcorn, like yeah, it's food. If you make that, you have already been replaced by AI, because anyone who is following people around the internet for that just wants to see like some certain type of picture. And as soon as they figure out that they can just learn like a little bit and do it themselves, or learn not very much and do it like with the assistance of like inference things and LLMs that are tied to online generators like Civet AI and Pix AI and stuff like that. As soon as they figure that kind of stuff out, even enough just to use it a little bit, they're just probably not going to be calling you as often or following as many people or paying attention to anything other than the stuff that they make.
We're over time.
What?
Over
And you're not done with
time.
this. Dave, can you save this for Monday, or are you going to try to get this done on the weekend when you're supposed to be doing your graphics?
I'll see. I don't know. I want to get more drawing done over the weekend if I can, so I might have this
Exactly.
bleeding over into Monday. But
You just do all of it.
But I
Yeah.
got all the ambient occlusion lighting done, and now I'm on to like the more sharp directional lighting, which I think is really starting to make it pop nicely. So it'll be.
What's this for? Is this volume 6?
No, this
No.
is going to be some Ascension lore art book decoration. Going to be a.
It looks, I mean, whatever it's for, it looks great. One of the things I really like in Andaruna is with the design of the city is like that. I always really love that Roman meets fantasy kind of thing.
Yeah, I kind of like started out just cramming all of my favorite architecture into it, where it's like, what if I could just be in a city, what would I want it to be like? What would be cool to me? And I was like, Renaissance fair, ancient Rome, cathedrals, all that shit. I want to live around all that. So Andrew is just like chock
That's
full.
really all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking good. I guess before I go, PSA to folks that it is indeed Artvember. So if you have been enjoying the art we do or whatever, you're gonna get a lot of like way more than usual downloads during this month, November. Hold on, let me get the Raccoon Girl. There we go. And also 50% off if you join at the high resolution tier. So very, very good month to join if you were thinking about joining. And if you want to step up and go onto the Art Attack tier, which is $20. If you do that, you're going to get 7 art prints that me and Liz will sign in metallic Sharpie marker, and we will ship it to your doorstep. And the shipping is free, so just very, very big specials for Artvember. So yeah, if you've been thinking about maybe backing us, if you maybe want to get way more content, and even outside of Artvember, there are art posts that go up on our Patreon every single day, because we just have so many concept art sketches and convention commissions. We have literally thousands of pieces. So yeah, just shill in the Patreon a little bit. You're very welcome to join the fleet. We'd love to have you. And anyway, either way, we're going to be streaming right here again on Monday.
What time?
Now the additional art that's coming out, is that also going to be prints?
Some of them are going to be prints. I think we're going to have 7 prints total for Artvember. This Raccoon Girl is going to be one of the prints. Some of the prints are pieces like this, where they're older pieces we're bringing back, but we've never actually provided them as an art print before. So this will be the first time people can actually get a physical copy of it. Yeah, so it's going to be 7 prints. There's some Dreamkeepers prints in there. There's some random characters. There's some fan art. So it's just a mix of art prints for people in Artvember.
And then we're also going to have original arts in the store for Black Friday sale.
Yeah, the Black Friday sale. That's a totally separate beast that is approaching pretty quick. I got to get promos ready for that soon too. That's the only downside of having a business that is starting to take off like this is I got to do a lot of art, but I also have to do a lot of marketing and promotional stuff, because if we can just get to a certain plateau level, then we can bulk up staff a little bit, and then that can allow us to no longer need to maintain the growth of the business, because we can have someone else do the growth of the business, maintenance stuff, and then we can just start actually staffing up on production and, onwards and upwards. We've got a lot of things in the pipeline right now, and I'm really excited at how it's going, and Artvember might be able to help us accelerate what we're doing if it goes well. So also, it's a good opportunity if you guys know anyone that they might be interested in the type of stuff we do, feel free to share our promos around. I will not snap at you.
I will not snap at you.
I will not.
That's
You do not
guaranteed.
have permission to someone. You do not have permission to share. You do not have permission to retweet. You do not have permission to role play. You do not have permission to use the profile picture. Stop it!
Watermark. This piece is
Yeah,
glazed.
Dave's
glazed.
also going to put an 80% watermark on 80% opacity watermark on all the prints.
I saw somebody trying to sell an adoptable, but they had taken a big white marker and covered like half of the face and the body, so
oh
you
my
couldn't
God!
steal it.
Just don't do
There
art.
we
Just
go.
don't do
And then
art.
they wanted
Just get a job at
$100.
McDonald's, man.
Beautiful.
They wanted $100 for it, and then nobody bid, so they dropped it down to 75.
Hold
Just
on.
get a job at fucking McDonald's.
Real quick before we go, though.
You're
Hazen, did you see? I think you were too early or too late to catch the Little Bear Health and Fitness Center logos from my past. Pretty awesome.
What the fuck? No, I didn't see this.
Do it.
What is this?
My first logo design in college.
No, it's not your first. That's a lie.
Well, it was my first one that was for a client that paid money, $20. It was also a contest with all the other college students, so I wound up being hated by everyone because I won. And I won because they had this reference photo of a bear that they kept on showing people. Yeah, have it be kind of like this. We want a bear in the logo, and it'd be cool if it was sort of like this bear. And then everyone was just getting their illustrations just shot down left and right brutally, which I have to hand it to these people. They had a pretty good scam going to get like $20 and then get just like a bunch of free logo design from like a dozen college kids. It's pretty savage. But I just realized I gave them this like rasterized logo of the bear. I was like, okay, you really like this photo here? And they're like, oh, that's so good, but it's just almost close to the photo, but not quite. Could it be a little more like the photo? And I was like, oh my god. They literally, they just want the photo. They just want the actual photo. So I took this stupid bear, just slapped barbells in its hands because they wanted it to be lifting weights, and put an oval behind it. It was like this, and they're like, oh my god. It's so good. This is perfect. This is exactly what we wanted. Yes, you win. Have the $20. And I was like, okay,
Customers.
cool. And then then everyone at college hated me because I guess it was a contest. But I was just caring about making a good logo. They liked it so much they wanted a variant where he was bench pressing, so I provided this for them.
Well, whatever this is, I didn't see it, but I'm sure it's lovely.
Now you know the story.
But yeah.
Dave, you want this on a shirt?
Say,
no, I don't want this on a shirt, please.
it should be.
Little Bear Health and Fitness Center? Nope.
It's a sticker on your car.
Nope. Yeah, get one of those like little decals people put on their car.
I'll just
Put it on somebody else's car to ruin it.
Yeah, I'll put it on the cars of my enemies to identify them faster.
There's a car that goes around here in the city that has like Dragon Ball Z stuff all over it.
Dragon.
Oh wow.
It's all in like Chinese. Yeah, so I have no idea what any of it says.
How do you explain that to the police? My car's been stolen. It's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh
yeah, well, I mean, it'd be pretty easy to find, I would think.
If they ever get in an
nobody
accident,
puts anything on their cars here because nobody has cars.
If they ever get in an accident that puts like a big dent anywhere on their car, you've got to sneak over there with a little Yamcha sticker and just like stick it in the middle of the dent.
That's where I got Kamiya Mamad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say with the new stuff we've got on Patreon coming out this month, it's gonna be overstuffed like a good little Oreo cookie. And if you even just want to sign up for 1 month and cheat the system and get like those things and then dip, then no one will judge you for that.
Hey.
So if you've been thinking about it, if you're on the fence, that now's the time to get in.
I mean, if the system is set up to let people do that, then they can do that. That's how it works. All right. Well, I think, unless you guys have any more announcements, that's probably about it for this stream. So thanks everyone for chilling with us. Be good. We will stream Monday, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern. So the stream ends in 5, 4, 3, 2.